All right, gang, here we are for MLM Monday, and we today are episode 98. That is awesome. Thank you so much for those of you that have been following the show for a long time. Next week, we have a very special interview with a group of folks who had a very successful store on Shopify with tens of thousands of customers all around the country and the world, who then took that store and turned it into a direct selling company. They'll be sharing their story. It's a husband and wife duo. They're absolutely beautiful people. You're going to love it. Definitely be there live next Monday, and you're going to enjoy that session. Happy 4th of July week, the Americans here watching today. Happy Independence Day. It's an exciting week to celebrate our independence. And today we're going to be talking about how transformation in your team's lives and in your people's lives happens not overnight, not in one moment, but in the bite-sized, daily, consistent activities. You know, Rod, my business partner, and myself believe that so much that here at NaXum, when we're putting together platforms and systems for different direct sales companies, we talk about the training as the X factor, the thing that invites people to grow and learn and become their potential of who God created them to be inside of your direct sales business. And one of the things that I've found to be really helpful is to take your training, take your information, and bring it down to a system where there's just simple short videos that people can watch and be rewarded for watching. Some of the things we've been doing is gamified point systems with badges and different acknowledgement, but just that social proof of the daily activities of really what it takes to grow and learn in direct sales makes all the difference in the world. So before we get started, we're going to jump into some cool topics for what kind of training that is, how do you do it, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So if you're watching on live, comment below watching live. If you're watching on recording or replay, type in replay and throw in the city you're watching from. Always fun to see who's watching from where. So as you're jumping into the show today, and this little back and forth talk about what's possible here inside of your team members' lives, we're talking about bite-sized training. You know, what kind of training is relevant and what makes a difference. You know, I think Jerry Clark years ago said it best when he called training the success triangle. And he said it comes down to three parts: your internal communication, what you believe about yourself; your external communication, what you believe about others; and your TK, your technical know-how, right, of how to do the business. Now, a lot of people get hooked with the TK. They think the technical know-how is where it's all at, what it's all about. And the truth is, technical knowledge is important, but it's only part of the equation. You know, normally it's maybe only 20% of what it actually takes to be successful. The majority of what it takes your members to win is their beliefs about themselves and their beliefs about others. And so how do you work on that? Well, you work on that through telling stories. And that's what's powerful. So when you're putting together your training, think about training that are stories that will help people with their beliefs about themselves for what's possible for themselves in this world. That's where testimonials and just raw stories about other regular people just like them who achieved what they're looking to achieve in this business, where those come from and where those really win in this space. And then also think about their beliefs about others, right? So their beliefs about the people they share with, stories of how they've engaged people in their life, and why that person said yes to your business, or why that person said yes to your product, right? It's a great example that where when you start sharing the stories of how they connected with others and why that other person said yes, it helps them visualize in their own mind people in their life that they haven't reached out to or haven't invited or haven't talked to who also would say yes if only they knew you existed. So be thinking about those two pieces before you just jump into all the technical information. Technical information and training is awesome. How to get your account set up, right? How to get your notifications set up, right? Hey, here's your link for your pages that you're sharing. Hey, this is where you go to send text messages to people. That stuff is critical and important. But those other two are often missed, and don't shortcut them because they make a huge difference. So once again, inner communication is, hey, people talking about their own story and why they got started. External communication is how other people interacted with others, how they shared with them, how they presented to them, and why that other person said yes. These types of stories, when you curate these and you put them into your training, make a huge difference in people's lives. Because when they read that, when they see that, they now know it's possible for them. And then they can now take part in it and experience it themselves, right? And the bite-sized part is talking about time, right? There's systems out there today, learning management platforms, that make it easier than ever for you to put lots and lots and lots of little 2, 3, 4-minute videos and actually turn that into a report or codify that to the upline. And that's what's important to look at today. We have some innovative technology we've been deploying for clients where we're actually gamifying the finishing of each of those training segments with points and doing badges and rewards and all sorts of cool upline notifications. So there's a real community feel to a winning streak and taking on your business daily and winning daily here inside of the space. And so if you're looking at learning management systems or you don't have one yet and you want to see how they're combined with marketing platforms, reach out to us. I'd be glad to send you a case study here in the space. I have a case study and a deck from a series of clients who have deployed that type of information. If you private message me here on Facebook or send me an email at ben@naxum.com, we'd be glad to introduce you and connect you to that information. So what are your thoughts in the conversation as you guys are watching? What are some of your favorite pieces to train on to people in your downline, your team, or if you run a direct sales company, your groups, that you've found helps people with both their internal communication, what they believe about themselves, and their external communication, what they believe about others? Until next week, we're going to have a very special interviewing session, and I'm looking forward to meeting with each of you soon. Have a blessed day. Bye for now.